The 2017 Bentley Flying Spur V8S. It may not be the most powerful flying spur that you can buy today, but I still think that this particular one is the sweet spot in the flying spur lineup, and I'm going to tell you why today on this latest episode of Car Buzz Unboxing Reviews. I'm Jay, and as you can probably tell, I'm pretty excited to be bringing you this car today because, yeah, it's a Bentley, and I'm a big-time Bentley fan. I also love Rolls Royces, so whenever you get cars of this caliber, it's just fun to share it with everyone, and I also want to thank Los Gatos Luxury Cars for letting us come on down and film today. So the Bentley Flying Spur. Now, the first generation of this car, the reborn version of it, came out in 2005 and it was sold through 2012. The car you're looking at here is the second generation that first went on sale for 2013. But this is the V8S version that was just revealed exactly a year ago at the Geneva Motor Show, and it has literally just gone on sale. So a couple years ago, basically, back in 2014, Bentley launched a twin-turbo V8 version of the Flying Spur, and then the S version is just a little bit more powerful. And I'll tell you about the top-of-the-line engine that you can get in the Flying Spur in just a few more minutes. But as you can tell by looking at the interior here, it's just a gorgeous car. But let's start off that engine so that you can hear that first. Alright, so that was the sound of the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with a total of 521 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 502 pound-feet of torque at 1,700 RPM. Now, power goes to all four wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission with wheel-mounted paddle shifters. But what's cool is that the all-wheel drive system has a 40-60% power bias to the front rear wheels, so a bit more power goes to the rear wheels, and we all love performance driving, so that's a good thing. Now, as I was saying, the top-of-the-line engine that you can get is a W12, and I already did an unboxing review of the W12 engine-powered Flying Spur. That has that 6-liter twin-turbo W12 with 616 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. It's one hell of a car, but here's the problem with the W12 is that Flying Spur, it weighs a lot. For an example, the W12 S, it weighs a total of 6,552 pounds. Yeah, that is a very heavy car. And looking at the exterior here, I mean, yeah, this is just a wonderful, wonderful design on Bentley's part. Again, this goes back to 2013, and it's aged incredibly well. We know for a fact that Bentley is in the process of developing the next generation Flying Spur. It'll ride on a new platform, but for right now, this is the car you can get. And I really don't have any complaints about this exterior here. This is what they call granite exterior paint, and it's got 21-inch black machined wheels. Those cost an extra $9,180. Yeah, there's also a dark tint front and rear lamps. Those cost an extra $1,805. The Beluga glass exterior mirrors, those are $670. Now, like I said, these are 21-inch wheels. The car comes with standard 20-inchers. But yeah, these wheels right here, $9,000. Wow. Other standard features you get on this are bi-xenon headlights incorporating LED main beam support, LED taillights, power latching to all doors, acoustic glass, keyless entry and ignition, twin figure 8 chrome exhaust tailpipes. You saw those just a moment ago. And because it's the V8S version, you get V8S badges on the rear pillar and front and rear tread plates as well. And compared to the standard Flying Spur V8, the S model here has a new front bumper design and this black matrix grille, as you can see right here. So let's take a look at this engine here. Not everybody likes these engine covers covering all the good stuff here, and I can kind of see why. But performance, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds. Top speed, 190 miles per hour. Now, the standard Flying Spur V8 has a top speed of 183 miles per hour, so yeah, this is a bit faster here. Fuel economy, 14 miles per gallon in the city, 24 on the highway, and a combined 17. The V8S here, it weighs a total of 5,329 pounds. Now, compared to, like I mentioned, the W12 S, top of the line Flying Spur, that's 6,552 pounds. So this thing weighs over 1,000 pounds less than the top of the line W12 engine version. So because of that weight reduction here, I think the V8 S is the sweet spot in the Flying Spur lineup. If you don't think the standard V8 is quite powerful enough, this has a little bit more horsepower, and I think Bentley just really nailed it here. In addition to that power boost for the V8S, Bentley also sharpened the throttle response. It's got a more responsive suspension, optimized electronic stability control, a recalibration of the damping control system, as well as a number of exterior and interior styling tweaks that I already mentioned. Speaking of the interior, what do we got here? Well, this is the main hide color, they call it, is Fire Glow. And as you can see in the rear seats, as is the case with the front seats, you have this diamond stitch pattern that's pretty standard on a lot of Bentleys, and I really like it. It's even in the door trim there as well. And I happen to really like this interior color combo. Like I said, this the red is what they call Fire Glow. It's got this dark gray trim, and notice all that red stitching there as well. Standard 14-way power adjustable front seats with memory and lumbar support, multi-zone automatic climate control, 8-channel, 8-speaker audio system. There's that piano black veneer console. You can see it right there. There's dashboard mounted clock by Breitling. That is sort of a standard thing that you get in Bentleys. You can see that above the air conditioning vents right there in the center. Now, this sports dual-tone 3-spoke steering wheel, that is actually optional. That costs $455, and there's a number of steering wheels that you can opt for in the Flying Spur V8 S. Other little dashboard and other interior details, you have these bullseye air vents with chrome organ stop controls. There's even a storage case. You'll see that in a moment in the center console. Electric glass tilt and sliding sunroof. And this is top quality leather. Whether it covers the steering wheel or the seats, it doesn't matter. This is fine hide. Let me tell you, it is a Bentley. And when I get to pricing, you should be expecting only the finest materials, considering what Bentley wants for this car. Now, this infotainment system here, because Bentley is a part of the Volkswagen group, it's a very similar system that you see in many other Volkswagen models, whether it's in Audi or for example, the Volkswagen Passat. It's similar, but it's been adjusted appropriately for Bentley. Now, if you compare the Flying Spur V8 S to, let's say, the new Audi A4, you're going to see, the A4 has a more advanced infotainment system. But did you see that just there? Air suspension. I love that. And of course, up front, you have this automatic climate control for the front passenger and driver. Seat warmers, everything. This car is just all about creature comforts. Notice this, the 2 front armrests. And then there's also a front and rear seat ventilation and massage, front seat cushion extension adjustment, and front passenger seat movement controlled from the rear area. So cool. All right, so let's talk safety here. You get a number of standard features such as electronic stability control, ABS brakes, electronic brake force distribution, hydraulic brake assist, drag torque control, and aquaplane direction. There's even a speed-sensitive power steering. There's that case there I was telling you about in the center console. Comes right out, but it's just... it's these little details that count. Of course, you have to have your typical sunroof here. Not a panoramic sunroof, but again, you got to remember this car's platform and overall design goes back to around 2013. So that was really sort of before panoramic sunroofs were becoming really, really popular. And of course, going back to safety for a moment, you have the driver, rear passenger, and side curtain airbags. So wouldn't worry about that. And in the dash, there's a park distance control with graphics on the infotainment screen, as well as a rear view camera. And this is another sign right here, this trip computer and driver info screen of the Flying Spur's age. Now, again, going back to comparing this car to the Audi A4, I know in many ways there's no comparison, especially in terms of price, But that new Audi A4, it has a 12.5-inch LCD screen that encompasses the entire cluster screen right here, as well as a separate infotainment unit that's the same size, 12.5 inches. And it's just outstanding, and I can't wait to see what the next generation Flying Spur is going to have in regards to that technology improvement. So how does this drive? Well, I got to tell you here, it's actually more fun to drive than the W12-powered Flying Spur because obviously this thing weighs less. A twin-turbo V8 is lighter than a W12 engine. It's that simple. And I also really like the retuned stability control system that allows for greater wheel slip at higher speeds, as well as the optimized electronic suspension dampers. Now, let me tell you about these seats here. They are more than likely more comfortable than your couch at home. There is a reason why people buy Bentleys. It's obviously, first and foremost, a status symbol, but you are just getting maximum comfort, whether you are a front seat passenger or the driver or a rear seat passenger. These cars are just made for style and comfort and just absolute luxury. All right, so let's talk some pricing here. Now, the base Flying Spur, the Flying Spur V8S rather, base price $205,000, but our tester here has $14,485 worth of options, plus a $1,000 gas guzzler fee and a $2,725 destination charge. So the grand total for this car right here is $223,210. Now the W12 Flying Spur is closer to $250,000, but like I said, this car here, you're getting, I think, a better driving experience and for less money. Here you go, just another sign of rear seat creature comforts. You can control everything on that center infotainment screen up front with this as well. And obviously, rear seat passengers have their own air conditioning and heating controls. And just look at the buttons there, that around the vents. There, it's just covered in chrome. The details are just fantastic. And of course, with the Flying Spur, this is, again, it's a full-size sedan. You get this large trunk. Now, if you wanted a coupe version of the Flying Spur, no problem. That's the Bentley Continental. Same platforms here. All right, so what's some of the competition? Well, for starters, you have the Rolls-Royce Ghost. There's also, I'd like to toss in the brand new Mercedes Maybach S550 and S600. And there's even the Aston Martin Rapide S. I did an unboxing review of that as well. I encourage you to check that out. And then if you want to still stay within the Bentley lineup, there's the more expensive Bentley Mulsanne and the Mulsanne Speed sedans. All right, so what do I like here? Well, it's exclusive, it's special, it's got a great engine and good driving dynamics, just considering how heavy this thing is at 5,329 pounds. Now, what don't I like? It's expensive. And the extra features, especially when you really want to get what you want, and you can get just about any bespoke option imaginable here, it's really going to cost you. So don't think you're just going to buy a Flying Spur V8S for $205,000. You're going to want to tack on extras, believe me. And what are some of those extras? Well, this car doesn't have them, but I just want to list a few of them for you. You can get an Alcantara headliner, a champagne bottle cooler, veneer picnic tables with vanity mirror, multiple entertainment systems, a range of veneers, and just about any other bespoke option that you can think of that I didn't mention. Bentley will make it for you, assuming you've got the money. And when you just look at this car from the exterior, it just has such presence. It's elegant, but at the same time, it looks athletic and kind of badass. And I just love this exhaust system design here, how it just sort of integrates into the rear, but at the same time, it's noticeable. And this is a car that you want other people to notice. They're also going to hear it. You heard the sound of that twin-turbo V8. And when you're going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds, this is also very much a high-performance sedan. But I'm out of time for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Any more questions for me, just leave them in the comments section below, and I'll see you on my next unboxing review.